Dr. Zahid is a certified Islamic banking and Islamic fintech professional with over a decade of practical experience in the banking sector. He is working as a principal officer with Sonali Bank, which is the largest state-owned commercial bank in Bangladesh. He is a global continuous learner and an academician. He's published many books and articles about Islamic banking, fintech, and Islamic fintech. In addition, Dr. Zahid is a working group member of Fintech of IOFI and a prominent session leader in Islamic banking and fintech in Bangladesh. Please welcome Dr. Zahid.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Dear brother and sister, Honorable Chair, Co-Chair, President, and the organizer of the conference, thank you very much for giving me the opportunity to speak something about financial services for Umrah and Hajj. Basically, I am a certified Sharia advisor and auditor, certified Islamic professional accountant, project management professional, also a certified fintech and Islamic fintech professional, working information system auditor. Yesterday we enjoyed various important sessions about Islamic finance, fintech driven facilities and products, financial planning, financial Islamic preference share, etc. I am not a scholar and not an academician, but more than decades of experience in banking industry. That's why I express myself as a practitioner in the largest commercial bank. As a practitioner working with product, designing part, I have to observe a very narrow scale of the demand, requirements and needs of the Muslim community. That's why I think Hajj and Umrah related financial services are important to discuss. Hajj is one of the 5 pillars of Islam, and every able-bodied Muslim is required to perform it at least one in their lifetime. Umrah, on the other hand, is a voluntary pilgrimage that can perform at any time of the year. Inshallah, today I will try to present shortly about Hajj financial service and for Umrah and Hajj, including savings plans, loans or financial assistance, travel insurance, foreign currencies exchange and credit card system. Islamic banking and finance have had a significant impact on the Hajj and Umrah industry. Not only that, in addition, Islamic banking and finance have also facilitated the development of Islamic hospitality and halal tourism. Halal tourism ensured that the service provided to Muslim pilgrims are Sharia compliant. This includes the provision of halal food, prayer facilities, and other services that cater to the needs of Muslim pilgrims. I can proceed. Okay. In my session, I would like to divide it the 4 part of the session: deposit products, investment and financing products, issues and recommendation, and finally, we'd like to exchange our views, inshallah. There are many benefits mentioned in the Holy Quran and Hadiths about the Hajj and Umrah. This is a multiplication of rewards of prayer in the Masjid al-Haram. Abdullah ibn al-Jubair reported that Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, the prayer in my masjid, Masjid al-Nabawi, is better than 1,000 prayers in any other masjid, with the exception of Masjid al-Haram. And a prayer in Masjid al-Haram is better than 100,000 prayers. Is a very spiritual development, and every Muslim would like to benefit for the Hajj and Umrah, as well as I mentioned about another hadith narrated Abdullah ibn Umar. Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, the performer of Hajj and Umrah is the guest of Allah. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, if he asks something from him, he gives it to him, and if he seeks his protection, Allah grants him it. Sunan Ibn Abu Maza. If we the 10 years Hajj and Umrah pilgrims statistics, we found that basically Hajj number of pilgrims of Hajj is constant and is fixed by the Saudi Arab government, but Umrah is a very auxiliary, and it's for every person who Muslim would like to perform the Umrah. And finally, if we saw the 2022, 24.72 million pilgrims already performed the Umrah, and 2030, last of the July statistics said 23.7 million Muslim already performed, and I hope the last of the 23, it will be twice, and it's a very large of the amount of performance increasing day by day, Umrah and Hajj. Financial service for Umrah and Hajj, we found financial services for Umrah and Hajj can be a great assistant to Muslim pilgrims who may require financial support to undertake their pilgrims, as savings plan, travel insurance, foreign currencies exchange, loan, court financing, card services, etc. If we find the Hajj and Umrah savings plan, Hajj and Umrah savings plan to work the allowing individual to make regular contribution over a period. This contribution can be made weekly, monthly, and yearly, and the total amount contribute over the plan's duration can be used to cover the cost of the pilgrim. And we found the industry, there are 3 types of deposit or savings plan: current account, which is operated by the Al-Wadiya or Al-Qard mechanism, demand deposit, Mudaraba based, and recurring deposit, Mudaraba based. Umrah and Hajj travel insurance is very important for this part. Here are some things to consider when looking for Hajj and Umrah related travel insurance. There are some services provided by the insurance company: coverage of medical emergencies and repatriation of remains, trip cancellation or interruption, lost and stolen luggages, travel delays, 24-hour emergency assistance, and emergency coverage as like COVID-19 or any other emergency coverage would be covered by a travel insurance company. Foreign currency exchange, it's one of the most important part for the Hajj and Umrah financing service. Okay, I would like to institutional example about the how can I back? Okay, I found that. Hajj and Umrah travel insurance, there are institutional, the 3 examples I mentioned about that. Islamic Insurance Company of Manchester, IICM, their policy is called the Hajj and Umrah travel insurance policy. Secondly, I mentioned the Takaful Emarat insurance. Takaful Emarat insurance is regulated by the United Arab Emirates and Insurance Authority, who is the mentioned by provide the Hajj and Umrah Takaful policy. And finally, Saudi Arabia provide the leading insurance company, Tawniya, at providing the Hajj and Umrah related travel insurance. And foreign exchange, currency exchange is available for the many airports and counters, exchange counters, bank and money changers, online foreign currency exchange platforms, travel agency, etc. And card services are very important for the Hajj and Umrah financing. Prepaid card, travel card, credit card, and debit card, Islamic fintech, and fintech is very important at this pattern, because some of the when we go through the any of the globe, I don't know very significantly the food is haram or halal. But if fintech is associated for the card, then card will decline and send me a message with about that this food which I pay about the food is not halal, and I decide what types of food I accept and what are I denied. Loan and court financing product, Hajj and Umrah. It's a very important discussion. Many Muslims save money for years to perform this religious obligation, but not everyone is able to afford the cost of travel, accommodation, and other expenses associated with these pilgrimages. As a result, some financial institutions offer Hajj and Umrah loans or financial assistance to help Muslim finance this trip. Before we discuss more, I would like to mention some of the Hajj and Umrah loans financing related reference, industrial reference. Habib Bank Limited, they have a Hajj and Umrah loan. Dubai Islamic Bank, Bank Islami Pakistan Limited, Islamic Bank of Britain, Al Razi Bank, Standard Bank Sadiq in Malaysia, and Bank of Khartoum. Many of the banks in the globe, they are providing Islamic or financial services, financial assistance loan in Hajj and Umrah financing. There are some modes are applied in financial product, Umrah and Hajj, Murabaha. In the context of the Hajj and Umrah, a bank may purchase the travel package required for Hajj or Umrah and sell it to the customer at a higher price on a deferred payment basis. If reference Mizan Bank, Islamic banking guideline mention that the types of guideline will be applied the bank Murabaha based. And Bank Al Jazeera, Al Abu Dhabi Islami Bank, Al Baraka Bank Pakistan, and My Bank are introducing or practicing about the Murabaha based financing system for Umrah and Hajj. Musharaka is a partnership contract in the context of the Hajj and Umrah financing. A bank may enter into the partnership with the customer, as like a travel agent or any institution, to finance the travel package required for the Hajj and Umrah and share the profit and losses according to the pre-agreed ratio. Izara in the rented usufruct, in the context of the Hajj and Umrah financing, a bank may purchase the travel package required for Hajj and Umrah and lease it to the customer for a specified period in exchange for rental payment. There are some of the practice in the various global bank it may be Izara Mausufa Bizimma with some protective and practical condition associated for the product. And Tawarruk is a monetization, is the type of the sale in which a customer purchases a commodity on credit and then sells it to a third party for cash, thus obtaining liquidity. In the context of the Hajj and Umrah financing, a bank may purchase the travel package required for Hajj and Umrah and sell it to the customer or a deferred basis payment. The customer may then sell the package on a third party for a cash, thus obtaining liquidity. If we see the application base, it may apply for the government and private partnership format. A private institution or bank purchases the total Hajj and Umrah package from the government on a deferred payment basis and then sell to the travel agent or customer on a cash basis. It's applied for the Tawarruk basis. And another of the product mechanism Hajj and Umrah financing is Takaful. Takaful modes refer to a cooperative model of Islamic insurance where participants contribute money into a pool of provide mutual financial assistance to each other. Under this financing modes, the Islamic institution provide a loan to the customer to cover the cost of their Hajj and Umrah pilgrimage. The loan is structured as a Takaful plan. whether the customer contributes a certain amount of money into a pool that is used to finance the expenses, the customer will then repay the loan over the specified period of the time. Also, the Takaful plan provide additional benefits such as insurance medical coverage, the emergency assistance during the Hajj and Umrah. These benefits are designated or designed to provide additional protection and the peace of mind of the customer during their journey. And finally, the mechanism we found about that wakala, the fiduciary financing structure where the borrower appoints the leader as their agent to purchase the Hajj and Umrah package on their behalf. The lender earns a fee from their services and the borrower repay the lender in installment over a fixed period of the time. In this point, I mentioned the industry example. When I perform Umrah before coming the conference, I found that in the Tawaf, there are many customer identity as reference. There are many Indonesian Muslims. They are performing Hajj. I think 2/3 of the performing Umrah are Indonesian Muslims, but 1/3 are rest of the global Muslims. And I found in the internet, BNI Sharia, 2016, 7 trillion Indonesian rupees, they are deployed in Umrah, only for Umrah in 2016, with the wakala mechanism, with the travel agent in there. It's a very important and globally the example will be followed by the other financial institution. Some of the practical reference, Egypt, the United Bank, they have a product, Hajj and Umrah financing program, compliance with the Islamic Sharia. Another, Egypt's largest and oldest bank, Bank Mysir, they have a product with Murabaha mechanism, Hajj and Umrah. And Ziyarat Katilim is a Turkish bank, a state-owned participating bank in Turkey. They have a Hajj and Umrah financing. Renowned financial house, Kuwait Finance, they have also a Hajj and Umrah financing. And private Islamic bank in Syria, Hajj and Umrah financing also provided. Before mentioned, the Islamic banking guideline of Mizan Bank, written by Dr. Muhammad Imran Ashraf Usmani, uses of Murabaha, short-term, long-term term financing, and they have a guideline mentioned there. The tour packaging financing is the available and related to the Hajj and Umrah financing for Murabaha mechanism. Issues and recommendation. Issues. There are some issues about the financial service for Umrah and Hajj, complexity. The various Sharia-compliant financial instruments and contract used in Hajj and Umrah financing may be complex and difficult to understand for customers. Scams, fraud, and gharar. Pilgrims should be wary of scams and fraud that targeted those seeking financial services for Hajj and Umrah. Doing through research and only working with a reputable financial institution or they are providing is a secured financial service. Pilgrims should carefully read the terms and conditions of any financial services they are considering ask questions if they do not understand any part of the agreement. And over-indebtedness is a very important things. That taking on too much debt can lead to financial hardship for pilgrims after they return from their pilgrimage. Pilgrims should be mindful of their budget and only take on debt that they can strictly repay. Limited awareness. Hajj and Umrah financing is some of the very challenges for awareness. Many Muslims are not aware of the availability of Hajj and Umrah financing or the benefits of Sharia compliant financing. This can make it difficult for them to take the advantage of their services, and cost is regularly increasing day by day. So high cost is the very important, and most of the issues are for Hajj among financing and limited availability. A recommendation, Sharia compliance. Financial institution must ensure that their financial service for Hajj and Umrah are Sharia compliant and increase availability. Financial institutions should work to expand the availability of Hajj and Umrah financing option and make them accessible for the wider range of consumer, lower cost and affordable, increase awareness and seek guidance. Seeking guidance, pilgrim can seek guidance from the religious leaders. It's important for financial advisor to help them make an informed decision about financial services for their pilgrimage. Also, it's a spiritual development. Hajj and Umrah is very important. I know about that. The Bayan Institute of they are arranging Umrah tour. Next month they have a tour for Umrah, and Guidance College will be take that initiative for that types of tours and plan for performing Umrah in the Muslim community in Texas or USA. Thank you very much. Ji, Assalamu alaikum.